World Trigger.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is World Trigger Chapter 205, the Away Mission Test Part 3. Last we left off was the big away mission exam draft. We did 2 rounds of it, and now this is going to be the third and final one. And with that, I pass you over to the commissioner. It is Edgelord Big News Brian with the draft picks.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to, thanks for returning to the World Trigger
Away mission draft.
There you go. All right, we have already selected the first 2 rounds, and now we will get into the third and final round of the draft, starting with Wakamura Squad. With the first round pick, they select Husei.
Yeah, Hughes was picked first. Good call for
the rising star from Tamakamatsu.
Yes. Yeah, I mean Hughes has like shown out in the last 2 rounds of the B rank wars. So I imagine picking. First of all, he had his eye on Inukai, and then he was like, "Nah." He realized that like
too many guns.
Yeah, too many guns. I need a guy who has a sword. So he picks Hughes, and I mean, can't go wrong with Hughes. Very smart fighter, and very demanding too, which is interesting. Rokudera seems like a person who's very unsure of himself, and Hughes doesn't like that in a leader. So I wonder how that's going to actually turn out. Because I remember when he first joined Tamakoma, he was like, "Osamu, if you don't fucking command this team, I'll do it. I'll be leader."
So, yeah, I'll gladly take the lead.
Basically.
Someone's like, that's my job.
I call the
I
shots.
can take that for me.
That's all I got. It's calling shots.
Yeah, right?
All
I got.
I mean, that's my pick analysis. I mean, can't go wrong. It's an easy one. What's the next pick?
The second pick of the third round, Kuruma selects Yuba.
Hell yeah. Fucking McCree himself.
Jeez. Why wasn't he picked first? Husei was picked over Yuba first.
Yeah. I mean,
He was considering picking up Yuba.
he was considering picking up Inukai.
Yeah,
Inukai and
that's
Yuba.
why.
He mentioned both.
Inukai is the gunner, but Yuba is just a fucking monster. He could beat people at mid range too.
Yeah.
Mid range and close range.
Yeah. I mean, can't go wrong with Yuba. Also a captain, which is pretty cool. I wonder how he will vibe with Kuruma. He's a Suzunari 1 captain. We don't really actually know a lot about him, even though we've seen his squad battle a lot, but we don't know a lot about him as the leader. It's interesting. But move on to the next pick, Brian.
For the third pick in the third round, Sua Squad selects Katori.
I feel like this was a plot decision because she and Osamu don't have like a good relationship, so there will be some character development for both of them on that end. But Katori's not a bad pick either. She has like an attitude problem, but aside from that, she's a very talented agent. Apparently, you know, she actually killed Sua, I think, in their B rank war. So it's kind of interesting to see. But I think she's an all rounder, right? She's got like multiple.
Yeah, she can do everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's just very talented, but she doesn't like put in a lot of work. And she has kind of like she's very hard to work with. But if she could put that aside, that's pretty cool. I wonder how she's gonna vibe with Sua. Sua's a very like hardcore leader type of guy, a very aggressive leader, I think. But
she's gonna strain her out.
Yeah.
Like an iron.
What is the next pick, Brian?
The fourth pick of the third round, Kodera selects Kitora.
2 very similarly named characters picked one after the other. Kitora's an A-rank agent. It's kind of like a no-brainer a little bit, and she's also very skilled on her own. So yeah, I think she's like the OG like Spider Master, so that's pretty cool. She taught Osamu
The wires on the gun.
So yeah, I'm interested. And I don't know how. I know Kodai's a sniper, so I wonder how he'll be. He seems like a pretty laid back guy, so I think Kitora will work well with him. Brian, what's the next pick?
The 5th pick in the 3rd round. Kakizaki selects Inukai.
I'm surprised he went down this far. It seemed like he was like a coveted one. He's a pretty talented gunner. He's on the B rank #1. But yeah, Inukai gets a thing. I don't like him because he's cocky. He's cocky and he's got a devil may care attitude, but he's very talented.
I hope they keep wearing suits even though they're not on Ninomiya's squad.
Yeah, I wonder if they have to change their uniform when it comes to these new teams. I will say Ninomiya is the cleanest squad.
Yeah, just a straight suit.
Yeah. And as long as I got my suit and tie. Brian, pick the next pick.
The 6th pick in the 3rd round. Murakami squad selects Kazuki.
Kuraochi from OG squad. He's the guy with the salamander bullet.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. I mean, he created his own bullet. That's pretty fire.
Yeah, for explosions.
Gotta have that around.
No pun intended, right, Chris?
What?
You said that's pretty fire.
Because he created his own bullets. I didn't know. I actually don't remember what the salamander was. I didn't make a pun. What's the next pick, Brian?
The 7th pick in the 3rd round. Mizukami selects Teruya.
She's on Kakizaki squad, I believe, and she's among one of the younger people in B rank. She had a very smart moment against Chika, I believe, where Chika was using the weighted bullets, and she saw that, but so she blocked it with a concrete, like piece of concrete.
Yeah.
And because like those bullets are the only ones that actually affect like non-Trion targets. So she's very smart. It seems she has like a great intuition. She's a rookie. It looks like she's like one of the younger ones. So, but she's got a lot of heart and she's very smart. So, I think this is a good pick.
Word up.
Next pick, Brian.
The 8th pick in the 3rd round. Ninomiya selects Thirst Bucket. I mean, Enma.
This was cute as hell. It was the most wholesome fucking pick in the whole draft. Man, and Chika like lit up when she got picked to his squad. It was so cute. It was very cool. And Ninomiya, like, kudos to him. He was like an asshole this entire time since he showed up. But then he saw Emma. He's like, I'll be a good wingman. I'll get you.
Right. He felt his aura of like,
pick me,
please.
Very wholesome.
Why did he pick up 3? Wait, like obviously this was like just a whatever pickup, but
fuck.
He has a lot of snipers.
Like, I'm gonna win. Like whoever I get, I'm gonna put it together a strategy and we'll figure this out.
Yeah, I mean Ninomiya is an extremely skilled agent in and of itself, and he also has Azuma, and he has Chika, a Trion monster, and probably the best agent in the B rank squad, or easily.
So what's his lineup? What's his squad then? It's him,
Azuma,
sniper, and then
the third lady here is an operator. So he's got 3 snipers, and that's all he has.
So it's just him and 3 snipers.
Yes, because these guys are only allowed to pick 3 people. So
how the fuck is he gonna pull this off?
I mean, he obviously has a plan, because this third pick, he didn't even care who he picked in this, because all he wanted was, I guess, Azuma and Chika. He wanted the 2 probably strongest people in the B rank squad, or the most crucial folk. But yeah, most wholesome pick. I can't argue with it. Very shocking considering Ninomiya's general like sourpussness to be like,
Mhm.
I'll throw you a bone, Emma. Pick the 9th pick, Brian. What is it?
For the 9th pick in the 3rd round, Kitazo selects Minamisawa.
He is the attacker for Ikoma squad. I mean, I like it. I think he'll vibe well with Kitazo. I think Kitazo's a very like chill kind of guy, and the Ikoma squad people are very chill folks who are all very talented in their own right. So I think he wanted somebody like who was talented, but not too rigid. I like it. I like the pick. Next pick, Brian.
For the 10th pick in the 3rd round, OG selects Yukari.
Obishima, who got rocked twice, who got rocked pretty easily against Yuma. But
Isn't this the girl that got Josh triggered?
Yeah, this is the one who triggered Josh.
Yes.
I mean, I think actually she might be the least experienced person, but she has a lot of heart.
But she's so talented.
I think people are
Has
seeing
so much more potential, even more so than Yuma.
I would figure you like characters like her, just like a hardy.
No, because he's
working
doing a little
hard.
too much. It's a little too many people now. We already got the small little girl to root for, and that's Amatori.
Yeah, but they
That's
didn't
it.
make a big deal out of her. She made a good play.
They made a pretty big deal.
No, not out of Teria.
It was epic, bro. Nah,
Well,
I'm just pulling you out.
I know. Obi's got a lot of heart, and she's not like the toughest competitor, but she'll put in the work if you give it. And OG's her captain, so I think OG knows how to use people very well, and he's a very good strategist. So I think he'll just find a slot for her essentially. And what's the final pick?
Shinosuke.
The 11th pick in the 3rd round, Utagawa selects this guy,
Well,
Tomo.
actually, Utagawa had the last pick, so he got Tomoe, who's kind of like Teria's teammate. They're all on Kakizaki squad. Another talented one, and one of the younger ones as well. We haven't seen much out of him, but I'm sure he's good.
He's going to surprise some people.
Maybe Utagawa's an A rank captain, so he may be able to make something out of him. I'm here for it. And now with that, the squads are set. Won't go through all of them, but there's a big 2-page spread that has just like a good list of who's on what team, and Masafumi is like, yo, so the everything's set. The time and the time and location of the test will be sent to your devices today at 3 p.m. Are there any questions? And there is one from a new character. His name is Wataru Urishima, who is on one of the squads. I don't really remember where he ended up, but he's on the B rank 14th squad. He's the captain and he's a gunner. And his question is like, yeah, so earlier said that even if we turn down this mission, this test would amount to a gold star. Does that mean I'll be getting a chance at A rank? Will I become an A rank captain after this? And they're like, and we also get a little breakdown of the compensation system for Border. B rank agents are paid by commission of how many neighbors they defeat. A rank mission,
Which sucks, man. Like, what the fuck? Y'all not on salary?
Yeah, A rank captains or A rank agents are on a fixed salary, and they get commission for the neighbors they defeat. Pretty sick job, but it's a hard job to get. So I guess like that's the reason.
Yeah, fair enough.
The best jobs are often the hardest to get. I'll tell you that. So yeah, basically he's like, yo, I'm not doing this shit for free. He's negotiating his fucking contract, dude. It's really funny. And I like Commander Keto. He looks at them and he's like, yeah, you're right. I guess.
Okay.
I guess we tried to pull a fast one on you. We can't. How about this? We can't give you a salary and we can't make you A rank unless you do the the selection exam for A ranks. But how about this? For the entire time that we're doing this mission, we'll give you a stipend of 10,000 yen. And if you win or if you're like good enough to be selected and you still turn down, we'll give you half of that stipend, which is 5,000 yen a week. I don't know really how much that translates out to. I would say that's probably $100 a week. Brian, if you want to Google like the conversion between that.
Sure.
But yeah, basically they're getting money, and then Urashima's like, okay, I can fuck with that.
So it's basically $96 per day.
Yeah. All right. That's pretty
nice.
Cool. Yeah. So, they work out that. So basically the people who are participating in this not only will get paid for it to a degree with a stipend, even if they refuse to go on the mission, they get essentially $50 a week on top of the neighbors they defeat, which is pretty cool. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I like that the border has always been kind of just open, and they're not just this hoity-toity, like, no, you're lucky to even be here and die for us. I like that they I like that they respect their agents a little bit. It's very cool. Osamu actually asks another question. He says, will the other A-rank agents be joining us for this test? And Masafumi says, yes and no. Those in the A rank who are not here at the moment will participate in the Phase 2 test. Whoa! Eventually, they're gonna have to fight against A rank.
Hell yeah!
But during Phase 1, they'll be judging all of you. So essentially, the A rank agents are going to be proctors for the exam. We get a big 2-page spread showing all of them, including A rank squads we haven't seen before. We actually finally get to see Midori Kawa's. That's pretty cool. And I think this other squad is supposed to be the Trapper squad, the one with the white uniforms and the coat. It looks like the one that's next to Tachikawa.
And the number 1 agent is there too, right?
Yeah, Tachikawa squad is there. All the A-rank agents are proctoring this exam, except for the ones that are obviously.
That's dope. I'm so excited to see that. Well, I hope like that replaces kind of like the desk thing. I don't know if they're gonna do that, the whole like commentary stuff. But if they aren't gonna do that play-by-play stuff, it would be cool to hear like these guys' input on like these things.
I think we're definitely gonna get that to a degree. It just won't be like like a sports commentary type of deal, like the B rank wars was. But yeah, that's interesting. And remember, the Phase 1 of the exam is basically learning the functions of the ship and cooperating with each other and living with each other. So it's more of a social test than anything of how captains are probably able to lead and how former captains probably take leadership. Because any B rank agent that comes along in this is probably not going to be up on the hierarchy. Their supplementary forces probably at best. So it's interesting to see. It's going to be a very different round, and it'll be a while probably before we see any action in World Trigger. But yeah, I mean, this was a fun couple of chapters between the draft. I really enjoyed this moment. World Trigger has a weird charm to it, like an administrative charm to it. I really appreciate. Makes it one of my favorites. It's so different from everything else.
I have no idea how these team dynamics are going to play out, so I'm just super. I hope we get back to 2 chapters a month.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying.
Well,
so you get
I'll say this.
little bit more.
This chapter was longer than most, 22 pages, I believe. So I mean, maybe. I'm hoping to make it a little longer, but I don't want to push this guy's health anymore. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to have this.
I'll tell you what though, this guy did a really good job in making me very interested in what's going to happen with Suwa Squad. He did a very good job.
Very interesting. I think
I fucking love Suwa.
I think Rokudera.
Suicide
Brian touched on this last month, but I think Rokudera is probably going to get a little bit of a special focus because for one, he chose Hughes, and Hughes does not like weakness in captains. So, and Rokudera is a person that seems very unsure going up against, even in this draft when picking people, he was just like, "Fuck, what do I do?" So I think that's the build up there. I can't wait to see the wholesome team, which is Ninomiya, ironically, who's got Emma and Chico aboard. I'm really rooting for those kids. Very excited. But
I just you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking like maybe Ninomiya is gonna run a squad where he uses himself as bait for snipers or something.
who knows? I can't imagine
I feel like that would make sense because he.
Well, they're not doing a combat thing. And it depends on what. I don't think they're going head to head against A-ranked squads in the second round. So because this test is kind of pertaining to what an away mission would be like. So it's interesting to see what like. I think Ninomiya doesn't care who he lives with. He just plans on, just getting over with. He's a leader, so he's just like, I'm not gonna.
Man, it would be a shame if there isn't a battle simulation with these mix-ups. That would be.
There
so
will be.
fucking
Phase
cool.
2 is a battle phase, but yeah, I don't know. This first one, it's interesting. But that's all I gotta say about World Trigger.